Hello, my name is Tony Jackson, 53 years old. I've been working for myself almost all my life. I started to get into trouble with taxes somewhere in the mid-90s when I actually started to make too much money. I started making too much money and I couldn't keep up with the tax liability that I was getting from this. So I started running, as most of us do. I know a lot of other guys in my field of work that just run. They just keep running and they just keep running. They don't own anything, they don't have lives, they have multiple addresses, no lives whatsoever. And this is not what I wanted for myself. I went from accountant to accountant trying to get answers, and I just couldn't get anywhere. They just told me how much I owed, and it was a lot. As I started to run, I started to incur more and more tax liabilities, and I didn't know what to do about them. They were growing, the penalties, the interest. They took paychecks from me, garnished, levied my bank accounts. They didn't exactly take my home, but you know, once they start entering into your finances, your work, your bank, putting liens on your property, it's just a matter of time before you start losing everything. And that's what happened. Unfortunately, I know Pete wrote the book in 2003. I didn't find out about it until about 2007, when I stumbled on Ron Paul and a few other things. But, you know, I read it. It's hard to get my head around. It took me about 4 more years to really believe that I was ready to file my taxes the way this man was telling me to. So, when I finally did that, I was nervous, skeptical, but at this point, at least for me, I had lost everything. I had nothing left to lose. My kids were grown, I was single at the time, I didn't have a house they could take, I didn't have anything worth anything, so I wasn't worried too much about it, and it needed to get done. And it took about a year and maybe about 12, 13, 14 months before they challenged that particular return. And with the knowledge that I had, I rebutted that challenge, and in 3 weeks I got a notice from the IRS telling them that I owed them $0 for that year. That was all I needed. I thought I had slayed the demon, and for the most part I did. But I had so many other years unfiled. I had old tax returns that were filed the wrong way. I filed more. The second time I filed was I filed 5 years simultaneously that I had been sitting on, and I didn't know what to expect. I was nervous yet again. And it turns out in 2007 I had made an estimated payment, following the advice of the accountant I had at the time. I forgot all about it. I completely forgot about this $200 check I wrote them to keep them off my back. They credited that to my account. I didn't ask for it. It wasn't in my math. My tax returns were all zeros from top to bottom. But they weren't going to give it to me because it had been past 3 years. So that's fine. I didn't want the $200. I forgot all about it, but that validated 5 years all in one fell swoop. So now I had 6 years under my belt. I know my situation might be a little bit unique since I'm not applying for a refund. No money gets taken out of any checks I get from anybody because I never signed a W-4 and I don't have that kind of work. Which I was sorry about for the longest time because I wanted to have a W-2 job where somebody helped me pay taxes. The day that this stuff happened, I was glad I worked for myself again. So I actually helped a couple of other guys who were in a similar boat. Do it for them, but I showed them what I did. I helped them, I walked them through it, I witnessed it for them, and you know, I gave them the support that they needed to actually do it. They did it. A couple of the guys got challenges just like I did. Again, I helped them along. I told them what to do. What not to do is more important than what to do. That's the first thing you got to learn, is what not to say is more important than what you do say. They were successful. Their challenges were rebutted and they were accepted. I have probably about 15 tax returns under my belt right now. All, I don't want to say self-employment, but you know, I work for myself. I don't have employers. I have a place of work. I don't make income or wages. I make money. It's that kind of language you have to just dismiss unless you know what you're talking about. Just take it out of your vocabulary. Imagine that you have a paper route in 1930. That's the way I work, okay? They give you some money, you take it home and you spend it on moon pies or something. Or you put it in your piggy bank. That's the way I work. All I can say is, just do the right thing. You have to have courage. You have to have the courage to be an American. You have to have courage to stand up to what's wrong. Just stand up and grow up and wise up, America. It is really the greatest country on earth. Good luck. God bless.